Graves, but we do have a statement from his campaign. I'll read that now. It says, President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during this heinous act. He is fine and is being checked out at a local medical facility. More details will follow. I also want to follow up with a statement we received from the Secret Service that says an incident occurred the evening of July 13th at a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. The Secret Service has implemented protective measures and the former president is safe. This is now an active Secret Service investigation and further information will be released when available. But the question remains, how large was this incident? How did this assailant get in or was able to access this area, given how heavy the security is and how many people were shot, if anyone?
And what makes this different is it involved what allegedly appears to be the active discharge of a firearm, if not multiple firearms, but at least something grazed former President Trump, bloodied his face in some capacity. There have been assassination attempts not only on President Reagan. You think back to when President Biden got into the Senate. He was elected in 1972. Soon after, in 1974, Gerald Ford becomes president after Nixon resigns. Ford has multiple assassination attempts against him when he's president of the United States. But in recent history, we haven't seen firearms involved. This is what makes this moment so drastically and unfortunately different. You remember when George W. Bush was president, someone threw a shoe at him during a news conference, angry about his conduct and his handling of wars in the Middle East. But this involves a firearm. And you have former President Trump as someone, he grew up in New York, in Queens, Jamaica, Queens. He was a student of history based on my conversations with him growing up. He thought about the presidency. I've spoken to him at length about former President Abraham Lincoln. In 2016, I had an extensive interview with him, but we talked about Lincoln. Lincoln, of course, killed just down the street here in Washington, D.C. at Ford Theater. But this is a campaign event. I mean, this is something that is not just happening in an isolated event with the president. This is so unusual to have a former president running again for the presidency. It's something we really don't see in the past century in American politics. And we talk about guns in this country, and it's a time when gun control is on the minds of Congress. But this has a historical, tragic element, and we're still trying